What's going on? Live chat. Make sure everything's right. Okay, cool. Good day. Good afternoon. 2:52 Eastern Time. Random live stream. Hit your notification bell. And this is the reason why. Oh. Hello, people, folks signing on. How are you? Nathan, what's going on, buddy? Welcome aboard. Hello, everyone signing on. Hope you're having a good middle of the week. Random afternoon. Most of you are probably at work. If you're on the West Coast, you might be going to lunch right now, and that's cool. Julio, what's going on? Dion, how you doing? Jose, what's up? How's everybody doing today? Howdy from Texas. Bob, what about Bob? Greatest movie of all time. How you doing? DJ, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping in. Cool. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. These are one of those live streams. This is the reason I tell you guys to always hit the notification bell, because you never know when I have the time. I like to do them. Greg, what's up? Nathan said I just got off work. Getting in the Captain Morgan. Please enjoy. Please enjoy and be safe with it. John, how you doing, dude? How's Arizona? Shannon, how you doing? David, what's up? Gotta love What About Bob. Anything with Bill Murray rules. By the way, new Ghostbusters is coming. We're talking Ernie Hudson. We're talking Dan Aykroyd. Talking Bill Murray, so get ready. Mike, what's going on? Greg is freezing cold with tons of snow. Oh, yeah. All right, so Yamaha's at work, putting down a metallic epoxy. All right. You have to check out the finished product on Instagram tomorrow, and I can't wait to see it. So, yeah, go back and pay attention to that. Don't so much worry about this here live stream. You know, you got to make sure the epoxy looks good, man. Yes. But really, What About Bob is one of the greatest movies of all time. If you haven't seen it, if you're young and you haven't seen movies like What About Bob and all the great movies of the 80s and 90s, get caught up. You won't be sorry. Sweet, thank goodness that reboot sucked. Yeah, it did. I'm going to be real with you. I'm one of the biggest Ghostbuster fans ever. And I didn't even see the reboot because I just couldn't do it. So, good to hear they're actually doing it right this time. And if you don't know this, the new Ghostbusters movie will be set in Ghostbusters 1 and 2 world. Okay, like that reboot never happened. So, that's a good thing. Mike says, question. Does the Tundra with a Supercharger hold up well pulling a 9,500-pound trailer? Like, can the transmission hold that kind of stress? I think we always have Johnny 5, and I haven't gotten down the list to see if Johnny 5 is here yet, or Rob Yoda, the other gentleman. What they always say is you never want to get that close to maximum capacity on the truck, any truck. But it's not so much the pulling, it's the stopping. The stopping is the hard part when you're pulling that much. I think what would happen with the Supercharger is it would make the vehicle feel better with pulling the trailer, but that is a lot of stress on the transmission, because you got to remember, the Supercharger is extra stress on the transmission. So I would really do your research on that before you make any kind of purchase. But 9,500 pounds on a Tundra, stopping's going to be tough. I learned that from Johnny 5. I wish he was here. He could tell you all about this stuff. He tows like 3-4 times a week. Tundra guy, what's up? At work watch. Oh, good. You're watching me at work. Well, thank you. I hope people are around you, and they should subscribe as well. Welcome. Baby steps. Baby steps here. Baby steps to the door. Baby steps to the office. Love it. I did say Ghostbusters. Oh, yeah. Robert, what's up, buddy? Dan says, I'm still alive, still love your channel. Thank you, Dan. Haven't seen you in a while. Miss you, buddy. Do I have your card around still? I just did a whole... I did one of those wife came down and touched everything, and now I'm trying to find everything again. Your card's around here somewhere. I'm going to get it back, dude. Let's see. There's a Supercharger option for a 19 Tundra. There is a Supercharger option for the 19 Tundra, but they're still waiting on a tune for the 19 Tundra, and that's the thing holding it up. What I always tell people when they ask about their 18 and 19 Tundras for a Supercharger, contact sales at sparksparts.com and see if they're ready to go yet. All the hardware's there. It's just the tune that's slowing everybody down. Did it double my horsepower? I would say at the wheels, it's probably about maybe 450 to 500 at the wheels. Anytime, Mike? Yes, yes. The very first was the only good one. I like number 2. I like number 2. I don't know. I really like number 2. And that Bobby Brown song was really good. On Your Own or On Their Own, whatever it was called. Same here. I'm at work from home. I want to work from home really bad. That's why I try to do this, right? Derek, what's going on, man? How you doing? Are you all out of snow up there now? Good to see so many people on during the afternoon. That's good. Very cool. I don't usually expect to see anyone in the afternoon because everyone's busy doing their thing. DJ owns a 2016 1794. Sweet, love the 1794. Do I recommend a Supercharger? If so, what is on your old approximately total cost? Well, good news here is if you do it through Sparks Parts, then you could use the TundraDude34 promo code to get the Supercharger, which is always good. If you live or don't mind traveling to Myrtle Beach, where Sparks Toyota is, I believe they charge $1,500 to $2,000 for install. So at the end of the day, I think and this is all rough numbers, don't hold me to it. I think the promo code will save you $400 to $500 off of it. You're probably looking, depending on what the Supercharger is nowadays, I don't know if it went up or not, you're probably looking at about $7 to $8 grand. But I say worth every penny, but that's just me. I love it. Dion says, okay, I hate Ford, but that jackass got a Supercharger and it went from 3 and change to 6 at the wheels. Saw the dyno test. Yeah. Tell folks hit the like button. Always got to hit the like button. So the thing with that is, I could take my truck into a dyno and get, like, you know, a local tune on it and push way more horsepower. But you got to remember this. There is a fine line. And you're talking about Otto Vlad, by the way. There's a fine line between safe horsepower increase and completely ridiculous horsepower increase. You could make a vehicle do 1,000 horsepower, but you're going to put amazing amounts of stress on parts, and you're going to go through a lot of things like transmissions and things like that. So, listen, let me just tell you right now, from going from no Supercharger to Supercharger, what comes in the box from Magnuson is more than enough power. We're not race car drivers. We're just trying to get a little more fun out of our vehicle. I'm fine with what it is. But yeah, you can definitely take it in and put it on a dyno and get it tuned to produce even more horsepower. But at the end of the day, do you really... I mean, if I had bundles of money where I could just keep throwing it at the truck, yeah, why not? But I don't at all. Being real. It's not letting type. What does that mean? It's your Tundra guy. By the way, if you're typing something and I'm not saying your message, it means I'm not seeing it because sometimes I don't see everybody's stuff on here. So type it again. Snow's still here, but warming up. Yeah, it's like 40 degrees here. It feels like summer. But with this week, so it's a little break. Good. Oh, DJ, you're in South Carolina. You got to hit up sales@sparksparts.com. Hit them up, man. You can buy it there, and you can get it installed there. That's the best way to do it. They install Superchargers probably more than anyone else. They're a direct partner of Magnuson, so much so that on top of the Supercharger, there's a little plaque that says, powered by Sparks. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Burning lift rods, etc. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and that's with any car, man. Like, you know when these cars come out of the factory, trucks, cars, whatever, any vehicle, it tells you the horsepower number, but they set up the vehicle so they'll last longer, longevity. They're not at peak performance when it comes to horsepower potential and all that. That's so the vehicle will last, you know, because they put a warranty on it. So if they put the engine to the very max that it could do, it's going to be having problems its entire warranty life. So, you know, that's just the way it is with everything. But yes, you could totally produce more. Greetings from chilly and damp Concord, North Carolina. Chilly and damp. When you say chilly, what do you mean, though? Because I had like -12 wind chill the other day, and that was terrible. Makes perfect sense. Yes, yes. Yep, got to think of that stuff. And Otto Vlad runs a humongous YouTube channel, so he probably can go out there and do crazy things like that. But, yeah, that can't be cheap if something goes wrong with it. At least he has the V8. 5.0 V8 is what he has. In other words, I need a donor car, LOL. Yes, you do. 41. Okay, we're right around the same, so it is chilly. You're right. My 09 Tundra couldn't pull a twig. If they make a diesel, I'm going to buy it. Yeah, I respect Toyota and all of you Tundra owners. Well, thank you. Yeah, I don't see a diesel coming. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It would be cool, but I just don't see it. 7 or 8K on a Supercharger, I wish. Now, for a while there, Kyle, they were offering financing through Magnuson, but I don't think they do it anymore. Or you can beg your wife to get a really nice credit card and pay that thing down. But I wouldn't have a Supercharger if it wasn't for the channel. I'll be completely honest with you. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But I'm glad I did it because I'm able to experience it every day, and it really is cool. And I was terrified that it would hurt the reliability of the truck and I would have problems all the time, but knock on wood, so far so good, man. So far so good. You're getting there. Over 12,000 subs. Congratulations. Be sure to hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah. The thing, and I was thinking about this the other day. It's hard to judge anyone's channel with another channel, right? And what I mean by that is I do Tundras, okay? Tundras are probably the most not popular truck out there for half ton. I don't do it because, like, if I was out there trying to just get views or whatever, I would go find the most popular vehicle or whatever topic and go with it. I do it because I love Tundras and I love talking to you guys. And the only reason I care about the money the channel makes is so I can put more time into this. That's it. You know, kind of how it goes for me. But, you know, slow and steady wins the race. 4 million views. I never thought I would hit 1 million views. So it's cool. I'm having fun doing it. Making a lot of contacts, making a lot of friends. We do these live streams all the time, which are cool. Videos have just kind of become an everyday thing for me, where if I don't make a video, I feel weird. You know? Rafe, what's going on? Omni, how you doing, buddy? How's Chicago? Chicago warm up a little bit now? I hope so. I think tomorrow here, it's going to be 50-something degrees, if I remember correctly, which will feel like summer. Not bad at all. You're living? Good. It is cold still. Okay. Yeah. I hate winter. I said this last live stream. I can't stand January for the life of me. Worst month of the year. There's just nothing to look forward to in January. And don't say New Year's, because New Year's... I hate New Year's, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of that either. But yeah, January's got nothing. At least February has the Daytona 500. That's all I care about. And then NASCAR starts again, and then we start building towards spring. And that's a good thing. Spring is good. I don't mind like that 55 to 60 degree right there. DJ said in one of my videos, you said you don't recommend TRD Pro, sway, and why. Also, approximately what is the total cost of a TRD Pro exhaust? So the TRD Pro exhaust, the TRD dual exhaust, it's roughly $1,100 bucks. 1,000 to 1,100 depending on where you shop. The reason I always tell people don't get the rear sway bar with the TRD Pro suspension is because the TRD Pro suspension is meant to articulate. It has a lot more travel. And what the, excuse me, Pepsi burps, and what the sway bar does is it limits your travel. So you're kind of taken away from what the TRD Pro suspension is. That's the long and the short of it right there. Oh, look, another random live stream out of the blue, Mark. You're so predictable. Hey, dude, that's what I do. I mean, on Wednesday, I'm usually off from work. So if I have the time, like I did today, I do a live stream. I'll have a video up tonight. I made one earlier today, but I had the time. And this is like a hobby to me, so, you know, why not? TRD Pro 4Runner coming soon. Awesome. What color? I'm going to guess white. A buddy of mine is looking at 4Runner TRD Pro. Loves that voodoo blue. That's right. I know two brothers that have channels. One has 50,000 subs. The other has 17. And the one with the least of subs has actual content. Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. It all depends on what you want out of YouTube and what topic you're going to do. And, you know, like I said, what the total point is. The total point for me is to provide Tundra-related content, regardless of views and subs and all that. And, you know, if I get them along the way, cool. But, you know, I just want to have fun with stuff I enjoy. Now, I've always been a huge Tundra fan. So that's what this whole channel is. It's just an enthusiast fun thing. And did I ever think I'd even be where I'm at now? No. So it's all good. I try to explain to people. I get people all the time who are like, how do I start a YouTube channel? For me, I didn't have anybody who helped me. No one, even to this day, YouTube is a weird thing to people. They don't understand it. They know it's out there. They watch it all the time, but they don't understand the workings of it. But for me, I just went on, made mistakes, learned from them, and kept going, you know? I used to write for a newspaper when I was 12 or 13 years old. I wrote local hockey. You know, I played hockey and I did like sports writing for hockey. So one thing I learned from that job when I was 12 or 13 years old to now is that good, gripping, true is the key word, titles will get you where you want to go. And I mean non-clickbait. I mean, like, you want to get a title that grabs someone, but the video has to do with what it says. That's one thing. I try very hard to not ever clickbait anything, but you want to give a good title where people are going to look at it and go, oh, I'm going to check this out. But you want to make sure you deliver on the title. That's the big thing. You don't want to have, in wrestling, they call it a cheap pop. It's like when a wrestler comes out and mentions the city they're in, okay, and the crowd's going to roar. It's a guaranteed cheap pop. Or you could get the crowd to really get behind you by doing something with validity behind it, a little content that's actually going to get the people to cheer for you for real. So it's kind of the thing with YouTube. Good, strong titles that will not lie to your audience. Why would you want to lie to your audience? You know, that's just my opinion too. Okay. What is your opinion about what is your opinion about tranny fluid and change or flush? When it comes to the Tundra, so you can't really change your own transmission fluid in a Tundra. They make it so you pretty much have to take it in. And at that point, you want to just follow the guidelines of when it tells you to do it. In the back of your manual, there's all the stuff when it gets up in the higher mileage of the things you should change and when. I would just follow that straight through. And then you're covered. You got to remember, you got your warranty and Toyota telling you when to do things. So there's no reason to go against what they say because they cover the vehicle, right? That's my opinion, at least. But remember this, too. If you do crazy off-roading, if you're not crazy... Okay, so hold on, let's start over. Number 1, if you do crazy off-roading. Number 2, if you do a lot of towing. Number 3, if you do anything off the pavement, maybe like ranch hand or something like that with the truck, a lot of dust, a lot of sand, a lot of things like that, beach, you may have to get service a lot more often. So remember that. If you take your vehicle in for service, tell them what you've been doing with it because the service intervals may change. Immense amount of heat if you're in Arizona or you're out there where you're getting 110-degree weather. Like, that's when things have to be changed more often. It's not just cut and dry like every 5,000 miles. You just want to make sure you tell them everything you do because you don't want to get yourself in a position where you're going to hurt the transmission because you didn't get it taken care of in time. And then what if they don't cover it? You don't want to deal with that. Hope that helped. Merv said, I'm stuck waiting for my friend, so I thought I'd pop in and say hello. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. White, that's what I thought, Omni. That's what I thought. White's the good stuff. Johnny5 says, forget the expensive exhaust, eBay. Stainless steel X-pipe, 2 single chamber mufflers, no turn down, not extra pipe. There you go. There you go. Johnny5 is here. My man. Did your wife make a decision on which vehicle? So we just took her Honda CR-V in, I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and it got a 100% clean bill of health. So she's kind of on that still right now. She's like, I could get another year or 2 out of this. The car's only got like 60,000 miles on it. She's had it since new, so I don't think she's thinking much of a new vehicle right now. I think right now it's going to be, if she had to get one tomorrow, she'd be looking at the Highlander. She wants something like a CR-V, just a little bit bigger. So the next step up would be Pilot, Honda, or the Highlander. So I'm pretty sure she's going to come to Toyota strictly because I do this channel, which I want her to get whatever she wants. So she doesn't make any difference to me, Honda, Toyota, just, you know, whatever you want. All right, Dan says, yep, I want to be on, or excuse me, I want to be to work for another couple hours. Okay, so I'm just chilling and waiting for my chicken to get done, so I figured I'd pop in and say hello. Awesome, dude. Roberto, my man, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Shouldn't you be sleeping? I'm thinking of starting one. Have to get a game plan of goals of where to be, when to start it, and why. Okay, I'm going to tell you something, Dion, right now. Don't overthink it. Rule number 1 of building a YouTube channel. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Just make a video. Go ahead. The first 25 to 50 videos you make will be no good later on. If you go back and watch, like I go back sometimes and watch videos I made when I first started, and I was like, oh, I could tell how uncomfortable I was. Now I'm so used to talking to these little lenses that sit to the left on this screen and the camera over there that I'm comfortable. And you're going to get that way. You just want to get the early ones out of the way fast and just learn, dude. It's all practice in the beginning. So figure out like basically what your overall, here's what my subject matter will be, and then go. Boom. Paul, what's going on, buddy? So it's the new TRD Pro suspension, went with Fox shocks. What is the consensus? I've never used it, but a couple people who have the TRD Pro, especially the people, here you go, here's a little extra. The people who had the TRD Pro 15 to 17 when it had the Bilsteins on it, and the ones who have the TRD Pros now with the Fox shocks replacing the Bilsteins, say it feels identical. Pretty much the same exact thing. They're the same type of setup, so they won't be too crazy different. I think where you will see the difference, or where you will be able to really like get down to the nitty-gritty of every little thing that might be different with them, is to take them out and desert race them head-to-head and see which one gives up first. So I think that would be the only way. But so far, some of the owners I've been talking to that had the old suspension, say it's pretty much the same exact thing. So I don't know. I didn't hate the Bilsteins at all. I guess it was just a contract thing or whatever, but I have the Bilstein ones on mine, the TRD Pro suspension, and they're fine. Solder Home, you're talking about Van Voorst brothers. Aren't you, hold on. Aren't you well guess what David Van Voorst just traded his Hellcat for a Mustang? Is Kevin Van Voorst the other one? Is that the Mopar dude? I'm so confused with them. Robert said, I would like to see you test drive older Tundras, possibly local willing owners. Working on that actually right now. A neighbor of mine, their relative has, it's got to be a 2010-ish Tundra, so I'll work on that. But I'll get that done for sure. I would like to see me test drive older ones too. And I'll find myself a first gen. There's quite a few first gens around here, so we'll see what we got. Roberto, once again, how are you, sir? Any differences between 18 and 19 Tundras? Nothing I can see so far. Nothing I can see so far. Pretty much the same deal. I mean, you wouldn't expect any differences, really, because in 18 they did the refresh with the Toyota Safety Sense and all that, so not too much difference from what I can see up front. Some people say that the 2019 headlights are a little bit darker than the 2018. And I'm not talking TRD Pro because those are meant to be blacked out, but they think the ones in like the SR5 and stuff are a little bit darker, but I don't really see it. I think it's just depending on the light you're in. So I'm going to say not many differences at all between the 18 and 19. Dan says, now my channel is only one shy of 45 subscribers. Getting there, dude. Getting there. Some people can't get 2. So don't be sad at 45. Do a comparison how they feel with different mileage. We'll do. Let's see. I see the oil filter on this thing. That's nuts, yeah. I still have first oil from being a new car. Froze it and thawed it. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. White's the goods. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there, buddy. Go crazy, man. Omni something else. Anyone thought about getting rid of cat and exhaust? No, not me. That's it to hell, you're good. She's not getting another one. Yeah, she really doesn't want another vehicle. I'm telling you. She's not like me, you know, where I'm like, oh, I want to buy this, I want to buy this. She's just cool with what she has, which, God bless her, man. Guys, what are you saying about the different maintenance intervals is 100% true. When you tow, Toyota says change your oil every 5,000 no matter what engine. There you go. You always got to put into play what you're doing with your vehicle. Makes the biggest difference. Hello from Canada, Jeff. How you doing, buddy? Where's everybody coming from tonight? Today. Where are you in the world? What about Bob says? Hello, Jeff G. Dan says, sorry. What about Bob says? The Scotty Kilmer channel says Toyota transmission is stronger than Honda. He likes Toyotas. Scotty Kilmer's a good dude. What I like about Scotty Kilmer is the dude couldn't tell a lie if he wanted to. He's just an honest mechanic who's been basically working on cars for 50 years. So a great channel, great dude. I've been watching him since 2015, 2014, something like that. But yeah, very entertaining. Yeah, seems to know everything there is to know. And he does love Toyotas. He still has that little Celica, right? Yeah, good guy. Sup, Johnny 5, Mr. Mopar. Ah, good, thanks for advice anytime. Sup, Dan. Hello, Dan from Jeff. Okay, I'm going to mess up your name, so we're going with Feliz. Hey, friend. Hi. Any idea on mufflers apart from the TRD mufflers? I think you should look at the BA muffler. BA muffler from Dirty Deeds Industries. We put one on my father's truck. Awesome. Awesome sounding exhaust. So definitely check that out. There's so many options out there. Hit up fourwheelparts.com. They have a bunch. But before you do anything, BA muffler. Check them out. Dirty Deeds Industries. Okay. Jonathan says, hi, Jonathan. Glad you got your stickers and key tag, my friend. You already got it on your keys. You know, you have the TundraDude34 key tag on your keys, and I don't have them on my keys. How weird is that, huh? Do any of your followers have the Old Man Emu coilovers on their Tundra? No, but a buddy of mine has an Old Man Emu suspension system on his Rubicon, and he loves it. So, but nothing on the Tundra. None that I've heard of, I should say. Hey, Solder Home. Hey, Johnny 5. Hey, Jeff, says Dan. Mr. Mopar, say it isn't so. DJ says rear-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, which is better. I'm not towing anything for my DJ business yet. Okay, well, I am a four-wheel drive guy, but I live in the Northeast. So rear-wheel drive, you just can't live with up here. But that's really up to you. I think and Johnny 5 can hit me on this one. I think the two-wheel drive gets more towing capacity, but you say you're not towing anything yet. But for me, I'm going four-wheel drive all the time. But that's just me. Depends, again, where you live. If you live down south, you're going to see a lot more two-wheel drive options on the lots. Hey, Dan, the Mopar man from Johnny 5. Johnny 5 also says, DJ, depends on the look you're going for. You cannot lower the four-wheel drive. So you're meeting me at Chicago. When is Chicago Auto Show this year? It's usually February, right? Yes, the Van Voorst brothers, Kevin and Dave. One of them was a NFL kicker or something, right? Speak of the devil, she just pulled up. Okay, there it is. Clay, what's going on? What would it take for you to trade in your Tundra? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I gotta be honest with you. This is weird for me, but I'm very happy with my current Tundra. I'm very happy with the setup on it. It would have to be a very similar setup as far as the supercharger and the suspension and everything. The difference would be a 1794 this time. I really do like the 1794s. Same setup, body color, everything, but 1794 would be the difference for me. That would probably do it. I'll take a lower payment too. Michael says Colorado. Cool, Michael, how you doing? Dion is Cincinnati. Dan says yes, them. Greg, Iowa. Robert, Minneapolis. Nice. New Hampshire. Wicked awesome for Derek. Phoenix, Arizona for John. The great state of Mississippi from Johnny 5. Snowstorm from Montana. Montana is awesome. I've never been, always wanted to go. Scotty was knocking Chevy for their most dependable vehicle ads. There you go. Nampa, Idaho. All right. Do you like Flowmaster 50 series? I had Flowmaster 40, and they were loud. Single shots. So Flowmaster 50 would probably be loud too. But if that's what you're looking for, some people want loud. Johnny 5's here, and he likes to just pretty much... Johnny 5 would go no exhaust if he could. He just likes it loud. So really depends on what you're looking for. But yeah, for me, that would be too loud for my life right now, especially in New Jersey. That'll just get you pulled over here. Jeff G says, have an 18 Tundra Crew Max during frigid temps of 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey, thanks for doing the Fahrenheit thing for me, buddy. Or colder, only the truck makes a whirling sound on cold starts. This noise seems to be the power steering pump trying to push cold fluid. Anyone else experience this? So I'm going to read this one more time slower for everyone else. Okay, Jeff G has an 18 Tundra Crew Max. During frigid temperatures of 0 degrees Fahrenheit or colder, only the truck makes a whirling sound on cold starts. This noise seems to be the power steering pump trying to push cold fluid. Has anyone else experienced this? Go. Not me, by the way. What About Bob just super chatted $5. Thank you, What About Bob. Great name once again. Thank you for all your good Tundra content. Have a beer on me. I will. Thank you very much for the beer. I appreciate you very much. Every little bit helps for sure. Tales from last night, Ontario, Canada. How you doing, eh? Saying hello, anxiously waiting for a Tundra redesign. Sticking with my 15 till then. 4-wheel is a must in my area. Canada? Do they even have 2-wheel drive trucks in Canada? There's no way you could get a 2-wheel drive truck up there. It just didn't make any sense. It just wouldn't. It snows in August in Canada. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Oh, before I forget, my kids are in driver's education in high school. The school has 4 Tundras. Whoa. I will get my son to take a pic to send to Mark. Please do. I would love to see that. 4 Tundras. That's cool. You know why that's cool? Because one thing, I was just saying this on a video I made the other day. When I got into the Tundra the first time, it was like insanely, it was terrifying because it was such a big vehicle. But if you could teach the kids young in like driver's ed how to drive a bigger vehicle, you're going to save a lot of lives on the road in the long run. Ba-boom, says Dan. February 9th, 18th. See you there. I wish I could. That's Daytona 500 week, man. Come on now. Oh, and also Kevin Van Voorst loses his Hellcat engine, blew up. I think I saw, when I was going through YouTube the other day, that was a video that was sitting up that he lost. He has like a, forgive me if I'm wrong, kind of like a hippie-looking Hellcat, like the colors of, what, tie-dye kind of look or something. It is Saturday home. Unfortunately, David got rid of the Hellcat and bought a Mustang. I could tell by the back window it's a Mustang. There you go. Gotcha. Thank you, Johnny 5 and TundraDude34. I appreciate your feedback. DJ, anything you need, buddy. Always. Think 1794 is worth the jack. Thing is sweet. Just can't afford it. I love the 1794. I love the interior. Some people hate it. My wife hates the interior. I love it. Give me a mag gray 1794 with that beautiful tan or orange interior, whatever you want to call it. Robert has the same sound on cold start, so it's probably normal then, no? Dion Baker, yes, 1794 is so worth it. Yes, yes. Felix says, dual exhaust or single, bigger pipes are allow more horsepower. Any insight? Remember this, back pressure matters. So if you get pipes that are too big, it's not a diesel. So if you get pipes that are too big, you're going to kill your low end. So just FYI on that. That's why I think I had 3-inch pipes all the way from the headers, if I remember correctly. 3-inch piping. Felt powerful. I'm sure I was giving up a little bit of back pressure. It was a lot more noisy. Horsepower-wise, it's give or take, dude. It's hard to say. The real way to do it is this. You get yourself a cold air intake, get yourself headers, get yourself an exhaust, and then get the truck tuned. And then you'll get more horsepower, but then you'll screw your warranty. So, killer, you know? Depends what you want to do with the truck, what you want out of it. Johnny 5 says, yes, the 4-wheel drive has a lower towing capacity than the 2-wheel drive. The 2-wheel drive long bed DC tows the most 10,400. Then the 2-wheel drive crew max at 10,200. The double cab 6.5 foot bed is in 4-wheel drive only tows 9,900. Excuse me. There you go. Greg Anderson says, my 15 does not have any noise issues starting in cold, and he lives in Iowa. All right, good. Voodoo Blue is the best color so far. I don't know, man. That quicksand in 2016 on the TRD Pro was pretty sweet. I like that. And cement's always good. Rafe, truer words have never been spoken. Ooh, good. I like that. Felix says my Tundra 2011 has like a, I guess, a clicking metallic noise when the Tundra is cold. Afterward, it goes away. Any clues? I think that's just what everybody always talks about, that sound. I'm pretty sure I know the sound you're speaking of. I always thought it was like a little knocking, but I don't think it is. I think it's the lifters. Paisley colored. I love Tundra 1794 too. 1794 is the best. Robert, do you have an 18 Tundra, says Jeff. Johnny 5 says, you want to keep everything from the cats forward at 2.5. There you go. Max Power 1794s have chrome front bumperettes. Yeah, I could take that right off, brother. SparksParts.com. Body color front end caps available. Would need to happen. Would need to happen. I can't. That was my issue when I got the Platinum. I wanted to get the high-end Tundra and pro it out. The 1794 just had too much chrome, and I wasn't in the position I am now with Sparks. Like, of course, I used Sparks forever, but I didn't even know Sparks offered that kind of stuff, like, you know, bumper end caps, body color, everything, handles, mirror caps. So I went with the Platinum and kind of found everything I needed to right there on Sparks. And now you guys have my promo code, so we don't ever have to see chrome again. Just like what Chuck and his wife built me. No chrome. Hello. Still very cool. I don't want to use it. It's too nice. Depends where in the south near the mountains is mostly 4x4. More of where I live at 60-40 split. Okay. Up here, I don't even think they sell 2-wheel drive Tundras up here. I'll start looking really hard, but I don't know. That might be like special order kind of stuff. Cut just behind the cats off. Leave enough room to weld the 2.5 to 3-inch couplers and 3-inch pipe it. You want two single chamber mufflers. Nothing after the mufflers. Okay. After the couplers, put in your X pipe. So Martin to the cowboy theme. Howdy, partner. LOL. That's how we speak here in Idaho. Okay. All right. Johnny 5. I will road trip to you if and when I get mine and need the exhaust. There you go. There you go. I've never seen a 2-wheel drive on a lot in New Hampshire. And why would you, right? That would be crazy. It's the same thing here. But if you go down to Florida, if you go down to Texas, there's more 2-wheel drive than anything. Than anything. If you live in the valley here in Idaho, you can get by with all-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. Those snow tires is recommended. Up in the mountains, 4-wheel drive all year long. There you go. Yeah. I just like, it doesn't matter where I live in the world or the country. 4-wheel drive is good to have in case you need it. You know, that's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. I would want 4-wheel drive regardless. Maybe it's just me being from the Northeast. I don't know. Sounds great, Dan S. And Robert just donated $10 to the channel. Second drink is on him. So everybody's paying for my beers today. You guys are crazy. Robert, thank you very much, sir. As always, you're the man. You are the man. Robert, boom. Yes, says Dan. Jeff, that's funny. Jeff G says, cold start sound is really bad at -40, LOL. I think the truck just hates cold weather. I hate the feeling. I was saying this to my wife, and she didn't really know what I was really talking about. But when it's super cold here, there's nothing worse than an off-road suspension. The truck just feels so jittery. The sounds and everything. No bueno. I hate cold. If you set your exhaust like mine, you will need a louder sound system. The drone will drive you nuts, I bet. Robert has the 2014 5.7 Flex Fuel. Now, you have a 2014. Have you had any issue with the Flex Fuel engine at all? Would love to know. Because that is a common question. That's another thing that's not sold up here, is Flex Fuel. Up here, it's just the straight 5.7. But if you go to other places in the country, it's all Flex Fuel. I didn't even get to the topic of the video yet. Remind me. Fun fact, the 2020 Toyota Supra just sold for $2.1 million. It's one of one. Yeah. That was at the Barrett-Jackson, right, the other day? $2 million, that's going directly to charity, so cheers Toyota for that. Love fun facts, don't we? Real quick, let me just get the point of the video out, because I know some of you are out there still looking for a Tundra for a great deal. Check your local incentives. I was just doing some research today, just because I randomly go on stuff and see what's going on. Just to see what's out there for you guys, really. But, of course you're not going to work now. Hold on, one sec. Stupid phone. There we go. So, if you could find, there's still some dealers out there with 2018s on the lot. 2018 brand new Tundras that they're still looking to offload to obviously make room for all the 2019s coming in. You could get 0% financing on a 2018 Tundra right now for 60 months. 5 years, no interest. That's solid. Or 0.9% for 72 months, which is great too. And that's on the 2018 Tundras. Also, $3,000 cash back on select 2018 Tundras. So you could go one way or the other right there. Save $3 grand right off the bat. Or get yourself 0% interest. I passed up on a 0% for 72 months once, and I still beat myself up for that. No interest. No interest. That's cool. Check it out. If you're in the market, now's the time. If you think you can't afford it, go and talk to them. I always tell people this. Go talk to them. You never know what you'll end up with. You never know. What's the worst thing that can happen? You come home and I can't afford it. But you tried, right? No problems with my Flex Fuel after 64,000 miles. Now, John, are all the Tundras there Flex Fuel? Or most of them Flex Fuel? Johnny5 says, I refuse to own a Flex Fuel. There you go. Never had a bad experience, just can't get past it in my brain. I hear that. I took a picture of a guy, he had a Flex Fuel. This really has nothing to do with Flex Fuel, but I took a picture of a guy in front of me at a gas station the other day. Now, you know in New Jersey, you can't pump your own gas. An attendant pumps your gas in New Jersey. It is illegal to pump your own gas, which blows people's minds, but that's the fact. I had a guy in front of me the other day pull up, not shut the vehicle off, not put the vehicle in park while the guy pumped his gas. Just how stupid can people be? Guys, at the gas pump, shut your motor off, and put the car in park. Like, what? The only thing that could have been a little bit more stupid is if he was smoking a cigarette, too. Oof. Mark, I would pay for a beer for you, except I'm broke till tomorrow. Dan, it's the thought that counts, my friend. I appreciate that. Your theoretical beer is very delicious. Thank you. Oh, people blow my mind. And I'm talking about the person at the pump, not you, Dan, of course. LMFAO, wish they would pump gas for us here. Yeah, well. No issues with Flex Fuel, never used it. John says not all Flex Fuel. Cool, cool. Hey, Mark, what's your favorite beer? Just curious. Guess. What is my favorite beer? I'll let you guys guess on this one. There is a true favorite. When I upgrade, I will get the non-Flex just for cheaper maintenance. There you go. Yeah, I'm a very basic dude when it comes to beer. So, there you go. Michael, nailed it. Nailed it first try. Well, not Coors Light, but Coors Light, yes. I can't talk. I never shut off my truck ever. I'll go buy a pop and come back. My wife shut off my truck. Bud Light. Nah, it's Coors Light. But, yeah, always shut your vehicle off when you're getting fuel, please. Ah. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah, Mark, I kind of have to say it was the fault of the guy pumping the gas. Can't he refuse service? Dude, I 100% agree with you. And the guy who was pumping the gas is the owner of the gas station. So this is the place I always go to. I would have been like, sorry, so you got to shut your engine off, put it in park. Like, duh, you know? Just for the say something happened, right? This is the thing when it comes to personal safety. This is why I don't understand. I'm about to get a rant. I got enough Pepsi in me now. Here we go. Here we go. Going into 6th gear, clutch is out, and we're on. Here's the thing. What I don't understand about people in the world today. It's like texting and driving. That text is so important that you have to take your attention off the road where you could get into an accident and hurt somebody really bad. Ruin somebody's life because you were too much of that person who couldn't just not text until you parked. You were too important for everyone else in the world, all right? I had a person the other day who was like swerving all over the road because he was texting, and when I pulled up next to him, and I don't normally do this, when I pulled up next to him, I'm like, dude, why don't you put the phone away? And he was like, dude, why don't, well, I'm not going to tell you what he really said, because there was some explicit in there, but he said, why don't I mind my own business? I told him I am minding my own business. We're all minding the business because we're all out here together, okay? If you're stupid and you're texting on a phone and you hit another car, and then say you hit me and then I hit another car, someone gets hurt, someone dies, that's on you, man. That's on your conscience because you couldn't wait. Just put the damn phone down. It's the same thing with the gas station guy. What if there was a static spark? Anything, all right? And his motor being on made the difference, all right? And then fire starts. It's not just going to be the Jeep on fire. It's going to be the whole gas station on fire, right? And then what if he goes to run out of the Jeep and the car's not in park, so the Jeep that's on fire is going to go into the next lane, into the next building? You see, it's the little things. You got to be conscious of everyone around you. It can't just be about you all the time. It can't be about you. It has to be about everyone around you. You have to think before you act. And I feel like in today's world, and maybe it's just me, that no one thinks for anyone but themselves anymore. We're not a unit anymore like we used to be. Like if someone drops something on the ground, you pick it up for them. No. 99% of people today will walk right by that. No. No one wants to be courteous. No one holds doors anymore. It's just a crazy place we live in. But that kind of stuff, the texting and, you know, fuel pump etiquette. I saw some guy smoking a cigarette. The guy was pumping his gas. So there's still people in New Jersey, real quick. There's still people in New Jersey who want to pump their own gas. They can't deal with the fact. So what'll happen is they'll pull up to the pump and start doing the process, and then the service guy will come over and take over. But there was literally a guy smoking a cigarette the other day while he was pumping his fuel or trying to pump his fuel. It's like, I just don't get it. How could you think that's okay? How could you think that's okay? All right, I'm done with the rant. I'm done. Moving on. Sorry. Hate autocorrect. Yes, me too. What's going on, Keenan? How you doing? Forgot to mention, like Robert, I won't ever put 85 in my tank. I'm with you. Just wrote my 2nd out of 4 exams. I got a 95 on my mechanics. Nice, dude. Congratulations, bro. Can you review Flowmaster and MagnaFlow and Borla for your Tundra 5.7? I mean, I don't have one on. I don't have any of those on. Like I said, I did have the Flowmaster. I could talk about it the best I can or try to find local Tundras that do have it. I'll do my best. Texting while driving is plain ignorance. I agree. And everything is going to go boom. Yes, selfish and ignorant is right. Agreed, says John. Jonathan says no problem with the Flex 5.7, but she only drinks 100%. Yep. She also has drinking problem. Oh, yes. Hello, listening while I'm driving. Doug, you got me on the radio. I should start a podcast, dude. Dan is a Bud Light kind of guy. I have no problem with Bud Light. No problem at all. Just prefer Coors Light. Support Miller Brewing Company. But yeah, so, you know, that's just the way I feel about today's world. Everyone's so focused on what they need versus the common good of mankind, you know? Taylor, what's going on? No, there is absolutely no update for you today. Just kidding. What's your opinion on the new GMC Sierra 2500 AT4? I like. There are things that are a little meh, but I like it. I think the AT4 is pretty sweet. I like the AT4 setup versus the Trail Boss setup, that's for sure. But overall, I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around GM trucks. I can't, and I apologize for that. But I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't know. If I was ever in the market and you told me I can't have a Tundra and I have to look elsewhere, GMC and Chevy would be very tough for me. There's just things about them, and it's not a direct shot at Chevy or GMC, but there's just things about the interior that don't work for me. I'm not a big, everyone raves about their screen setup, like their nav screen. I can't stand the look of it. I think Ford has a really good nav screen. I think Ram has the best looking nav screen of any of them. But the Chevy setup, I don't know. Just, I can't get into it, man. And sometimes I really try, but there are some, now I know you said 2500, there are some 1500s out there, Silverados. They're blacked out, midnight edition, Z71, stuff like that. Like, every once in a while I see them, I'm like, that looks pretty good. But overall, I just can never give them my money. Just me. Hope that helps, bro. The doctor told me, Keenan says, the doctor told me, or told the Tundra to watch its drinking, so now the Tundra drinks in front of the mirror. Oh, goodness. But Strongbow is my new favorite. I like Strongbow. Great, Mark. Got my wife getting after me like this, or like, see, he's cold, he shuts his engine off. You don't. Yeah, you got to shut the engine off. You just have to. Safety first, teamwork second, people. In my opinion, the stupid people to smart people ratio is completely off center. True. I have a feeling stupid people are taking over this country. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's technology, man. I blame technology. I know. Probably not what a lot of people want to hear, but like these things, my friends, these things are what's killing us, man. We got to just, it's nothing wrong with technology. You just have to know when to use it, right? Communication between people. When I was a kid, I feel like I'm the last generation of normal. And what I mean by that is like, we had to talk to people. We had to write checks. We had to do things face to face. Now everything, there was no texting. There was no cell phones. You made phone calls when you needed something. You went down to the store. Now everything could be delivered to you. You don't ever need to write a check in your life because everything could be done on your phone. Your phone can run your life, which it pretty much runs everybody's. But Terminator 2 was right, man. The machines are taking over. David, what's going on, buddy? Hope you are good. Yes, I'm good, sir. I think everybody else is as well. Would you say it's a good idea? Sorry. To add Marvel Mystery Oil Fuel Additive for longevity. I don't even know what that is, so I would have to look into it. I've never been a big supporter of the additives, though, I'll be honest. I think if you just follow your maintenance pattern and make changes when need be, you'll be all right. I don't know about additives, though. Never been a big supporter of them, but that's just moi. If you're going to use it, make sure you let me know how everything turns out. You could be my guinea pig here. Johnny Five says, gotta go, guys. Spring cleaning in the winter with the wife. Enjoy, Mississippi. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Bye, Johnny Five from Keenan. Dan says, personally, Mark, if it were me and I saw the guy didn't put his vehicle in park or shut the engine off, I would have went in there, smacked him, and told him to put his vehicle in park and turn off the car. Yeah, you're probably, yeah. You'd probably handle the assault charge a lot better than I would, but yeah. It's just, yeah. Definitely, I should have said something. John says, later, Johnny. Have a good night, Johnny. I blame tech, too. It's all tech, man. I try to limit communication through texting because you can say something and someone could take what you say in the wrong way. Well, that happens all the time. So I like to talk one-on-one in person. Absolutely. Same here, Dion. People weren't as distracted driving until cell phones came out. Now, all of a sudden, wrecks are up like 50%, and more people are dying because of it. It's just a shame that, like, those statistics can't make people look at it and go, Like, I straight up don't text and drive, okay? We talk about the Tundra not having good technology all the time. Do we or do we not? My Tundra, when I'm driving and I get a text, I hear bring, and then you hit the button on the nav screen, and it talks the text to you. You all have that if you have a Tundra, okay? I don't need to look at anything. It just tells me what's up. And I don't ever respond because I just, in case it's an important text, if it was my wife, like, I need you to call me right now, I'd pull over into a parking lot, and I'd call her. Or you can call, obviously, there's the phone button right on the truck. You don't need to take your hands off the phone at all. There's no reason to text when you drive. I'll never change my mind on that either. What's the closest aftermarket muffler to your TRD one? I would say the BA muffler. BA muffler system is amazing. And that's a single, or you could get the BA muffler TRD replacement, which you still need to buy the TRD tailpipe kit. But you get, the muffler would be the BA muffler. Go to that website. Google search BA muffler. Trust me. The problem is in this country that I've noticed people are becoming more and more inconsiderate and self-righteous. 100%. I will go out of my way to help people, rather I'm busy or not. Yes, dude. It's the little things you do. It's the little things you do. It's the telling someone, oh, you look really nice today. That's a nice shirt. Oh, did you lose weight? You will make somebody's week just by saying that. Maybe the Borla. Borla makes a lot of great systems too. You think a guy not turning his truck off is bad? Try having an ACL surgery and having your wife drive you places for the last 3 weeks. Woo! A lot of Christina Aguilera on that radio, I bet. Have fun with that, man. Same with my dad's RAM. It gives you the option to listen to the text. You can view the text when you're in park. Yes, but you can only listen to it while you drive. Yep. Well, washing machine. I didn't load it right. I loaded too much on one side. You hear that sound? I don't know if you'll be able to hear that sound. Stupid me. Daytona, what's going on? Massachusetts is considering passing legislation to be complete hands-free state while driving. Oh, that'd be great. Texting and driving is already against the law, but this would include talking on the phone. So in New Jersey, you have to be hands-free. No texting, no talking. I mean, you could obviously talk if it's on the speakers in your car, but no phone whatsoever. But people still do it, man. People still do it. Sometimes just for the fun, okay? I'll drive, when I drive from my house, I run in Seaside every day. Seaside, from my house to Seaside, is a 5-mile drive. 5 miles. And I could always count over 20 people on their phone on that drive. At least. And that's, I'm not talking summer traffic. Summer traffic because Seaside is a summer resort, right? I'm talking winter. I could count over 20 every time. They need to up the fines. They need to up the consequences. That's the only way it's going to get done. In my opinion, of course. BBRP looks like the TRD exhaust, and a lot of people like that system too. So, exhaust systems are hard, man. A lot of these websites should put up little sound clips of what each system will sound like. That would be very helpful. It's like when you want to buy a guitar. There used to be a website. I don't know of any website that does it now, but you could go look at the guitar, and you could hit a little like play button, and it would play like a 15-second lick what the guitar sounds like. You know, they need to do that with exhausts. Mark, you need to do a Google Hangout so we could all talk. I don't even know what that is. I hear that noise. Yeah, there it is. Kevin says, hi Kevin. Any fixes for the safety sense not working in heavy fog, sleet, snow, etc.? I have a 2018. So what are you getting? First, tell me what's going on. Is it giving you a warning on your little center screen between the gauges? If so, what is it saying? HUB says, anybody running BFG KM3s, noisy daily driver. I'm KO2s, man. Are the KM3s the mud terrain ones? Daytona, that's why I use headsets, rock and roll. My old HU head unit would play a different song than I selected with steering controls. Would have to use the phone to pick the right song. Uh-oh. Heard police say waste of time. They will use it as a control stop. Yep, if looking at them for something else. Yeah, I got you. Warrants, etc. Yep. I could see that. $1,000 fine here with a 3-day license suspension and 7-day vehicle suspension for the first time. That's pretty hardcore. Canada's got the right idea. We've also been having a hard time getting people to clear the snow off their cars and trucks. Lots of accidents caused by flying snow. Failure to clear snow is a $40 ticket, I think. It's not enough. It's not enough of a ticket. Snow flying off vehicles is extremely dangerous. Not for the fact of what it could do to your vehicle. If there's ice in it, it could really mess it up. But the problem is snow flying off a car makes people react. And that's the thing that causes all the accidents. It's like when a squirrel runs in the road. You don't slow down and try to avoid the squirrel. I mean, if the squirrel's far away, don't hit the squirrel. But sometimes you got to drive right through it, man. Because you swerving could be more of a mess than if you hit it direct on, you know? It's one of those things, when people don't clear their vehicles correctly, it's very dangerous. It's no joke. If you don't live in the Northeast or you've never been around snow in your life, when the snow flies off a vehicle, it goes about 15 feet in the air and then down directly to the road. It's terrifying. And sometimes when there's ice in that snow, that'll mess your car up. I know Flowmaster did have a section on their website for test sounds. That's cool. Wow, Canada. Go get them, Canada. That's why the polar bear's there, guys. I usually speed up if I see a squirrel. Is that bad? To each their own, my friend. I mean, everyone, this is the problem. It's like you naturally want to, hook out of the way. But, you know, gotta have some common sense sometimes. Oh, that's nice. So Keenan says, when you see a squirrel, yell, squirrel, slam on the brakes. If you hit it, eat it for dinner. Oh, boy. I don't like to run over animals, okay? But I have squirrels around, like in my neighborhood, that I think their initiation into the squirrel life is to run in front of cars, because it's amazing. And it falls straight down at 100 miles an hour. It's pretty crazy. Especially when, like, box trucks don't clear off the top of their truck, and they get a lot of issues, man. They get a lot of issues with that. This was my dad's joke. I'll accept it. Yeah, I mean, it is tough for box trucks to clear off the top of their truck of the snow, but man, it's dangerous on the highway. Is the TRD muffler a straight pipe out one? It is. The TRD is dual. Well, here's the thing. If you're talking about the Tundra one, it's two mufflers like this, okay, and they're welded in the middle, and two pipes dual. It's 2 in, 2 out, and it goes behind the tires. It's not like a straight out the back, it goes behind the tires. Chris, how you doing? If you have kids that will be driving soon, send them to a safe driving class. Yeah, put on by the CHP. They have videos that change their perspective on texting and driving, graphic but life-changing. It's a must-do. It's a must-do. Sometimes you got to see the bad stuff to prevent bad stuff from happening in the future. I'm totally with you on that. We can set up a Google Hangout one day. Okay, yeah, I'll have to figure out how to do that. Do you find it hard to not look at camera when doing videos while driving? Not at all now, no. Some of these guys are talking to the camera while driving for long periods of time, it seems. I don't look at the camera at all. At all. To the point where most of the time I don't even give a glance. I'm just on the road, the camera's just on. And that's a lot of times what I do is, it's always in the middle. So to you it may look like it's right in my face, but it's under the mirror, okay? So it's not even in my sight line. Another time I put it hanging off of my sunroof. I don't even see it over there. But yeah, dude, I focus on the road the whole time. Camera's on, but it's just for talking purposes. But yeah, there are some guys out there who hold their camera in their face while they drive. That's crazy to me. Crazy. Safety first. You ever miss your double cab as opposed to the Crew Max? Oh yeah, a lot actually, Taylor. The double cab is just a different feeling truck, man. It just has a lot different characteristics than the Crew Max. And when I got that double cab Tundra, man, over a year ago now, they gave me a Tundra double cab loaner, which I have videos on, very good videos. And it was when the Crew Max was up getting the headlights put on, I think. And dude, it felt like it had a ton of power. It's lighter, a little bit lighter. Handle's great, corner's great. But yeah, I like it. I miss it. I don't know if I could ever have another one again, though, dude. I love that sunroof, and I love that back window, you know? But do yourself a favor. If you ever have a buddy who works at a Toyota dealership or you just don't care and you want to test drive both, test drive them back to back. It'll change your mind. Do the Crew Max first. All About Vehicle says, I'm in driving school right now. Hasn't taught me anything, sadly. Well, you're smarter than to text and drive. Don't do that. Never text and drive, and you're good. Daytona said I just had Falcon Wild Peak AT3W tires installed on my truck on Friday. Very happy upgrade. Old tires were the Wrangler Duramax, also a great tire, but noisy. Okay. Kevin says, yes on light. Says pre-collision system not available, clean sensor. If you take it in, Kevin, this is what people have been telling me. That's a common issue on these 2018s with the Toyota Safety Sense system. If you take it in, a lot of times they'll just change out the sensor or change out the Toyota emblem in front, whatever's messed up. But I would take it in, especially if you're getting that. Let them deal with it, man. You're under warranty. Let them have it. Dan says, I like the sunroof view. Yeah, me too. Me too. Later tonight, my video will have the sunroof view again. Boss Haas with a Cummins. I don't know what that is. Dion says, heard Crew Max has some body roll. It definitely has some body roll. When I first got in the Platinum, the day I got it and I was doing my first drive with it, I was like, this thing feels so heavy. But the Supercharger takes care of that. Now it's just a rocket ship. Back window, I'm super jealous about. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Does your truck feel more responsive with the TRD muffler? A little more throttle response. Has a lot better sound. It's hard to judge it now because I have the Supercharger. Everything feels more responsive with the Supercharger. But Dion said needed bed space. Yeah, and that's the big thing. A lot of people want to see the Crew Max with the 6.5-foot bed, which may happen one day. John says my KO2s are really starting to howl at 64,000. When do the Nittos start to get really noisy? Gonna need new tires soon. I don't know. We gotta talk to people who have the Nittos. There's a ton of them out there that have the Nittos, so that shouldn't be too hard. That seems to be the big popular option nowadays. We'll see when my KO2s get up, what happens. Champagne Jones, what's going on, pal? How you doing? How you been? All About Vehicle says, I know I'm slow, but did you see your name on the TFL Trucks article about the future Tundra? I did. That was really cool. Yeah, that was the Andre one, right? About the 30 MPG? Pretty cool. John says, do you know, hi John, Do you know of any LED headlights that will work with the leveling feature on a Tundra 2017? I got the 2018 Tundra LED headlights, and they work with the leveling feature. If anyone else out there has LED headlights that are non-Toyota, please help John out and let him know if the leveling feature continues to work. John, if you are looking for those 2018 headlights like I have, sparksparts.com, my friend. They're on there under the popular Tundra upgrades tab. TundraDude34 promo code saves you 5%. Get them. I think they're totally worth it. I mean, they're not the cheapest things in the world, but they rock. Justin says, what's the largest tire you can fit on a stock suspension 4x4? Ooh, I would think, and don't quote me. I always tell people don't quote me on tire sizes because it's like a PhD type science for tire sizes. I would think like a 265. Like I have 275/70 R18, but I have a 2-inch lift. Fits just fine. You might be able to fit a 275, but you might have to do some trimming. So go to a local tire shop and go to a local truck tire shop. Like if you have like a 4-wheel parts around you or something, and they'll stand some tires up next to your truck and tell you what you could get away with. That's your best bet. Kevin says, thanks, sounds like a good idea. Always a good idea. Get Toyota involved, especially under warranty. If I decide to go with the SRT Charger or the Daytona, I'm going to go with the Borla ATAC exhaust. Makes the car sound... I'm sorry, I lost you there. Makes the car sound so much better and doesn't have drone, which is annoying. Sounds good. I saw a Daytona today. You should get it. Alex, what's going on, bud? You own an F-150, but really considering a move to the Tundra. Well, I will tell you one thing, my good man. Make sure, before you make any decisions, okay, not only go and test drive the Tundra, but test drive the Ram 1500, test drive the Silverado, test drive the gas version of the Nissan Titan. Test drive all of them. Take the advantage to learn now before you spend $50,000. Okay? You may end up liking something you don't know. But test drive them all, dude, for sure. Dan says, I almost said the 2016. The 2006 Daytona I test drove has an aftermarket exhaust. Great exhaust accepted drones like crazy. It annoyed the heck out of me. Easy change right there, my friend. Any Truth 5.7 is being replaced with twin-turbo V6, and 4.6 is being bumped up in horsepower to be a second option. I have heard that turbo V6, twin-turbo V6 is happening. That is one of the consistent things I keep hearing. As far as the 4.6, I'm not sure about that part of it. I'm not sure. There is no truth until it comes out. It's all speculation, but that V6 twin-turbo thing has been continually popping. Felix says, TRD muffler or riding always on tow haul mode feels close. No, I mean, tow haul mode's different. Tow haul mode changes your shift points and all that kind of stuff. So it's a completely different feeling. Completely. The laws in Idaho, where I live, in my opinion, are far too lenient. Oh, look, I froze, and I froze just in time, and they are too lenient. The whole country needs to be tightened up. Okay, since I froze, it's time to go. I'll be putting up a video later tonight. Make sure you guys check it out. Twitter and Instagram, TundraDude34, TundraDude34 @gmail.com. Thank you for the super chat.